Hi, today we're going to go over strength training benefits and guidelines. Muscular strength is the ability to exert force. This is usually measured by a 1 repetition maximum, or your 1 RM. Muscular endurance is the ability of a muscle to contract over time given a certain weight. It can be static, as in the case of an isometric contraction, or it can be dynamic, moving, as in the case of an isotonic contraction. Strength training works on both strength and endurance. Sometimes it is also called resistance training. In training for strength, one should lift more weight with fewer repetitions. When training for endurance, one should lift less weight with more repetitions. A strength training program should complement rather than replace an established aerobic training guideline. For an example, 20 to 30 minutes of moderate intensity 3 times a week. Why do we want to strength train in the first place? Well, only 1 hour of moderate intensity aerobic exercise burns about 300 calories. Another reason would be to maintain or build muscle in the body. Most adults lose about 0.5 pounds of muscle per year from disuse, which explains the 1 to 3% decline in basal metabolic rate, or BMR, per decade. Because most of us usually do not notice the slowing of our BMR as we age, we often continue to eat as much as usual. Calories that are not burned are stored as fat. Since fat is less dense than muscle, our body weight may actually remain relatively stable. So since our body weight is remaining stable, we may not be realizing that we're gaining fat but losing our muscle. Another reason to strength train is because as muscle in your body decreases, your fat increases. Lifting weights will help to combat this from happening quicker. And did you know significant gains in muscle mass can be achieved with a consistent 20 to 30 minute workout performed only 3 times a week? That is not a lot of necessary dedicated time to reap the benefits of strength training. Strength training offers many benefits. It improves physical appearance, it improves athletic performance, it increases self-confidence, it increases strength. It also increases mass depending on the strength training selected. But note that although some women may become very strong following a strength training program, most will not develop excessive muscle size due to their low testosterone levels. The key is consistency to build and maintain strength. Try to develop a lifelong interest in exercise by following appropriate training guidelines and getting high-quality instruction from qualified personnel, such as a certified personal trainer. After 4 to 6 weeks of training, modify one or more of the acute program variables to optimize the training effects. In other words, you want to alter your choice of exercise, your order of exercise, the reps, which is the number of times you repeat the movement, sets, a group of successive repetitions without resting, your rest periods, the time you wait before you repeat the set, and lastly, your tempo, the speed at which you perform an exercise. If your training is regular and enjoyable, add new exercises or increase the number of sets. Remember, to develop a habit of exercise, it is important to identify all the activities you like to do and incorporate them frequently. There are at least 100 ways to move the human body. Find some that you enjoy doing and do it. Next, ask yourself why you started and why you may have stopped. Ask yourself what you liked and did not like. Concentrate on actions you believe you can do reasonably for a lifetime, and ignore other people's expectations of you. For an example, putting yourself on a 3 times a week program where you have not exercised regularly for 20 years is setting yourself up for failure. It is too radical of a departure from your current activity level. Next, concentrate on what is psychologically correct for you, personally, instead of what is physiologically correct. Do not make that a priority. Take a break from sets and reps. One day, just focus and concentrate on play and really enjoy what you're doing. Remind yourself about what you do enjoy. Doesn't that feel good? Are you feeling relaxed now? Playing is such fun, and it is so important. Lastly, do not follow a formula for exercise progression, unless it is what you want, need, and feel comfortable doing. Thanks again for listening and enrolling in this course, and I will see you in the next chapter.